Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. Jarrell here.
And I'm Josh, and today we're here to talk about, is there another Whisperer spy?
Ooh, could there be a Whisperer in every single community? Which, there are only 3. We miss the kingdom so much. But the other big one that's been running around is Jules from Oceanside.
Yes,
now,
is she a mole?
Is she a mole? Now, why do we ask this question? You guys have probably heard this from other people in articles, and she's just new. And The Walking Dead released, confirmed that she is a season regular. Now, these terms in a way don't matter anymore, being called a season regular, because you can be a season regular with an 8-year contract and die. Like the actress who played Andrea.
Yeah, well, there's a lot behind that.
Yeah, but, I mean, yes, hearing a series regular, we assume that we're going to see them more and more. Now, we've only seen her twice, and not for very long.
Yeah, I mean, I think Aaron at one point was called a season regular, and he didn't have that many scenes. I mean, obviously now it's different. He's a big part of the show.
It's grown now, yeah.
But before then, yeah, I mean, that term's thrown around a lot. But yeah, I mean, Jules being in Oceanside, we know that Luke has a thing for Jules, so maybe we might see more Jules. But the question remains is, does Alpha have her fingers stretched into other communities other than Alexandria, like Hilltop and Oceanside?
Yeah, and the big thing is Jules, it came about, of course, when Michonne found out about Sadiq. So she was talking with Cindy and Rachel saying, hey, any new people that you brought in, you may want to re-vet them and talk with them.
Yeah.
And when it came about to where they were talking with Virgil, and it seemed like Jules knew exactly what Virgil was doing. She said he was trying to steal a boat and also a sail. But she wasn't, it didn't seem like she was the one that was being a part of her bringing him in. It was 2 guys, but she came
But
right
she wasn't
in.
actually talking about Virgil as in she's seen him do that.
The way she said it made it sound
this was
that
a
way.
reference of someone has been stealing a boat or whatever, and he is the guy. Like, she says, in my opinion, she's putting 2 and 2 together. Like, hey, there's this guy that we don't know. He must be the guy stealing the boat and the supplies.
Because even Rachel mentioned, oh, you must be the guy messing with our security systems or whatever. So
exactly.
They don't really know who it is. They just know somebody's been lurking around. Yeah. And it's not like they recognize him and said, oh, hey, yeah, we've seen him messing around our area a couple times.
Yeah.
They didn't know who he was. They know somebody's poking around and they just caught somebody. So they're like, oh, it must be him.
The question that I have for you is, do you really want to see another Whisperer spy?
With the changes that they made with Dante, and they actually just confirmed this, Angela King confirmed the reason that they changed Dante's story is specifically because Lauren Cohan was not going to be on the show. So they were originally going to follow the source material of possibly having her and Dante be together, but they completely changed it. Yeah, so that's a pretty cool confirmation that they were going to plan on using that material, but because Lauren Cohan was gone, they were like, yeah, we got to change his story. Because I think maybe they were holding out. Maybe they were
holding out hope.
Maybe holding out hope that she would return. At the end of the last minute, they're like, okay, yeah, we got to change the storyline.
If that's one storyline that you got to change, so be it. Because honestly, it didn't have much to do with anything in the show. And I did like how they mixed it. I did like it, yeah. My question for you, and the reason why I posed that question is, do you really want to see this, is, again, like, we've already gotten that storyline. So yes, she had someone infiltrate. She's even got Gamma doing it. Supposedly. We don't know Gamma's true intentions. But, like, I just don't want to see it over and over, playing the same storyline over and over again. And I don't think Angela Kang is in the business of reinventing the wheel and doing the same storyline.
And I think when we kind of brought this up previously, I think you even mentioned it. Does Alpha even know about Oceanside?
That's the one thing that I'd like to know. Idea. Like, all that Alpha knows, like, and we don't know the proximity of Oceanside to
where they're bordered.
Yeah,
because
I know Alexandria, for that matter.
Hilltop is a ways away, because we know that riding from Hilltop, Michonne coming from Hilltop to Oceanside took a couple days. So maybe Alpha's territory doesn't stretch that far, and they don't know about it.
I would have to assume it doesn't. Now, Oceanside knows about the Whisperers.
Because of the communication.
But Tara had to fall off of a freaking bridge. and wash up at Oceanside for her to get there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't see it feasible that Alpha would even know about Oceanside, assuming that it's that far away.
And to your question, I probably wouldn't want to see another similar situation. Now,
especially Jules, man. I guess I'm just kind of in this for Luke. That'd be heartbreaking.
I mean, I think we had a better first encounter with Jules than we did with Dante. Everyone who first impression of Dante was like, okay, this dude's weird. This dude's a whisperer.
Yeah,
people were saying that day one, and
something's off with this dude.
And nobody's really said Jules is weird. She's a whisperer. Nobody's saying that because. Maybe it could be a different personality. It could be what they're trying to hide. But
but fans are also kind of out there too because they're like Sadiq's a mole.
Well,
everybody. There's always questions about everybody. But Jules, I guess we just don't know enough about her. We haven't had that much interaction with her as a character.
Not much.
So the jury's still out.
Yeah, and it was. I was kind of looking when I was watching the episode also about they didn't pan the camera back over to her when. Michonne was asking Virgil, I was like, well, maybe he's a whisperer. Now, some people were like, well, Virgil kind of got quiet and lowered his head. Maybe he might be a whisperer. But I was kind of looking to see if they panned the camera back over to Jules to see what her reaction would be hearing that word. But we didn't get it.
Virgil's just a weird cat, man. Like he's a weird individual, or at least he came off like that until he actually opened up about his situation.
Yeah, and the actor actually mentioned that there's going to be some interesting twists in his and Michonne's story.
Absolutely, there will, because that's how they're going to get her to exit.
Yeah, exactly.
More to come on that.
It's been set up. But Jules being a whisperer, I don't see it. We've been wrong before. We were saying Dante, he'll never be a whisperer, and he was. But Jules, I don't really see it that way. I don't think that Alpha. I mean, it would make sense that Alpha would want to put a spy in each community to see what's going on. She knows Lydia is in Alexandria. Let's put a spy in there and keep what's going on. She knows about Hilltop. Let's put a spy in there and see what's going on.
But here's an interesting ripple. If she didn't know about Oceanside before. She certainly does now with Dante giving as much information, assuming that Dante was able to relay that information to her.
That's true.
In the Altoids box.
Yes. The Altoid says all. You are absolutely correct. So Dante could have told her about Oceanside. Now, would it be too much of a stretch for her to be like, okay, I want to send out so many whisperers to go that far? Possibly,
but for all we know, Alpha could have sent the walkers that went there towards the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe Alpha does know about Oceanside.
And we're also kind of, I wouldn't say we're forgetting, but remember that the kids, Judith found a Whisperer mask in Oceanside, so we're assuming that it was possibly Dante's. That it
you
swept
and I
downstream,
think, have both talked, and we're pretty convinced that it was probably just swept up.
Right, not one that.
Who knows? It could have been.
It could have took one off to scare them. Paranoia everywhere.
The reason why you and I are thinking, that's Dante's, is because Whisperers don't take their masks off and leave them. That's a badge of honor to them.
Right. Yeah.
So,
but we're also thinking now, did they?
Is that Jules' mask?
Well, not just that. I'm thinking when they found the mask, I don't know if we saw stitching. Did we see stitching?
Yeah, it was clearly a Whisperer.
We did?
Mask.
Okay, cool. I was just thinking maybe if it was just if they cut the face off to make it look like...
It could be.
To make them paranoid, but it wasn't really a Whisperer mask.
To me, it looked like it had been worn.
Okay, if there was stitching, then yeah. But yeah, you're right. I mean, would Alpha say, take 2 masks with you, drop this one in there, and then get out of there?
Or did Jules pull a Dante and rip that thing off before she infiltrated the
right?
Camp? It makes sense. It really does make sense.
It's just
I don't know if I really want to see that again.
Yeah, because I mean we don't know anything about Jules. We know that she's part of the season. She's part of Oceanside. When did she? Just like Dante, we didn't know until the end when he joined, when he came upon.
But here's a big difference between Jules and Dante. We got a lot of dialogue, or at least a lot of scenes with Dante. We've got nothing from Oceanside and Jules.
Dante wrapped around Sadiq.
Yeah.
Now I've heard people could be saying, well, if Jules is a Whisperer, maybe this could be a storyline wrapped around Luke. Because technically, guys, in the comic books, Luke did not survive past the Pikes. He was one of the Pike victims. So could her storyline be wrapping around Luke, and a death could be coming next in the second half. It could be Luke because she's a spy and she lures Luke in with her beautiful eyes and love and then kills him.
Sure.
That would be crazy. But
yes, guys, let us know what you think. Is Jules a whisperer? Does Alpha have her ways in all of the communities? And is she trying the best to get intel? She got it from Dante. Is she getting it from Jules?
What intel? What is she really gaining? Maybe that's another video. What is she really gaining from this?
Well, for Dante, you could make the argument that she gained the water source. Because Dante being there and seeing how they were bringing in their water gave her the idea to contaminate the creek.
It's true. Yeah. She probably just wants to keep tabs on, do they have weapons? Do they have firearms, more bullets, rather than going hand-to-hand combat, which then she might know that
I don't know, man.
She could win.
I'm kind of believing, does Alpha even care if they have firearms or not?
No.
I don't think she does.
She has a legion.
Yeah, to her, nothing matters.
No.
Nothing.
Not even her brother. Anyway, guys. Leave the video a quick like. It shows your support, and we truly appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe, hit the bell, and stay tuned for more Walking Dead theories and opinions and everything else we have here on the channel. I'm Jarrell.
I'm Josh.
We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.